Chapter 62 William Brooke Shaunghenssy and Alexandria Victoria, the Crown Queen. As early as 1831, the officers who served in the colonies of India took their leaves every 5 years. They returned to Britain in sailing ships. An epidemic started to spread in the areas where the officials lived. Vomiting, diarrhea, and dehydration caused the death toll to rise. It was revealed that the disease spreads through public water supplies. William Brooke Shaunghenssy, who examined samples from dead bodies, wrote an article about this new illness and published it in the Lancet, a research journal. He had suggested that water and saline should be given back intravenously as the body becomes dehydrated due to diarrhea. Through this new method, they were able to control cholera. In 1833, William Brooke Shaunghenssy came to India on a ship belonging to the Dutch Trading Company, worked in many provinces associated with Indian and Arab doctors, and studied Ayurveda and Unani Tibi medicine. Meanwhile, the British rulers started a medical college in the city of Kolkata, India, under the leadership of Shaunghenssy. It was called Medical College of Kolkata. He became a professor of chemistry in that university and he compiled a book on chemistry. He also researched electromagnetism and Indian medicinal plants and their chemicals. Also, the only son of King George III, who ruled Britain in 1837, he was the only child of Prince Edward, Alexandrina Victoria. Her grandfather and father died when she was 18. So, she was crowned Queen of England in 1837. The German botanist Matthias Jacob Schleiden, who studied the cell using a microscope, observed how the nucleus in the cell divides into two when it divides into two. Theodor Savan, a German physiologist, was able to cut thin slices of animal body parts and observe them under a microscope. He recognized that every animal tissue is made up of cells and that each cell has nucleus. He also pointed out that the skin, brain, and muscles are made up of cells that have different shapes and functions. In the year 1842, the China-British Opium War that had started in the port of Canton in China spread badly, and the control of the port of Canton was handed over to the British. Also, the British caught 5 more ports in China to the international opium trade. By 1843, forests were being cleaned on a large scale to build buildings in Europe. Meanwhile, some researchers have tried to add economic value to the wood dust that is thrown away from the sawmills of the wood industry. With this, experiments began to produce paper from wood pulp. William Brooke Shaunghenyss's services were recognized for introducing Indian medicine to Europe and many other services. He became a Fellow of the Royal Society of England. Since then, the term FRS has been added to the end of his name. It means Fellow of the Royal Society. In 1844, Shaunghenssy produced another book. It was called Bengal Pharmacopoeia.